All right, guys, we are back, and remember, we're listening to songs from 1994. These two songs that we listened to, Bruce, I really liked. They remind me of my young times and my sister a lot because she introduced me to rap music and things like that. So,
Back when you were a spring chicken still. Yeah.
yes. All right. Today we're going to be shining a light on something truly special. Joining us today is Megan Jane and Teresa Kelly. Thank you guys for coming in today to talk about Let It Shine. It's a beautiful event supporting free music education right here in our community. Thanks for coming in today, and thank you for doing this for our community. How are you guys?
Doing great. Thanks.
Yeah, doing wonderful. Thank you so much for having us today, Jesse. We appreciate it.
All right, well, let us know about Let It Shine. What is this event all about?
Well, I started a music program in the northeast corner of Puerto Vallarta about 4 years ago. And the program at Volcanes was another program that had been started independently before Club Vallarta. And people don't really know what happens in that northeast corner of Puerto Vallarta. And so we want to shine a light to the wonderful talent, the wonderful dedication that we have in that community. And so that's part of what letting it shine is. And then the other thing is we want to let the students shine and show their talents and show their joy about music making and education in general.
That's a great way to put it. Let them, or let you light shine a light on them. Gosh, I cannot talk today. Sorry, guys. It's Saturday morning. So tell me, tell me a little bit about Volcanes Community School and Música Club Vallarta.
Absolutely. So if you're not familiar where they are, if you go to PTL and then Wapanole and you keep going and the road ends and you keep going a little bit further, that's where you'll find the Colonia Volcanes. And this program actually started in 1998 and it was called Children of the Dump. It was in Magisterio right by the dump. And it evolved from a feeding program to now we have a full school with English classes, computer classes, math regularización, and Spanish support for the students. They're not at grade level. And so as the program continued to evolve, we also began a music program in 2017. And so it's led by Luis Mario. He's absolutely fantastic. He's taken the kids all over. They've played at Chapultepec Castle in Mexico City. They have played just recently. They were on a trip and just got back from I'm blanking on it, Colima. They were in Colima most recently and competed there. So they're a really talented group. And so when Teresa mentioned that she wanted to do an event with Club Vallarta, would we be interested in joining her? I said, absolutely. Both of us really believe that we rise by lifting others. And we love bringing these programs together, learning from each other, growing with each other, and helping each other succeed.
This is wonderful. How many children are there? And do they all travel with you guys to these places?
Yes, so in Volcanes, we serve 300 students, 200 in our classes.
300?
And then we have about 80 that have scholarships. And so we follow them from junior high to high school to university. And the idea is that the sponsor follows them until they finish their studies. So in total, we serve about 300 students. And in Club Vallarta?
We have a different kind of a program that is more focused on activities that help to improve and enhance life. So sports are a big part of the project at Club Vallarta, sports and music. We also offer English classes and we offer computer classes. But we have, as I said, a different focus. We do not have a school per se. And so most of our activities run in the afternoon into the evening and then on the weekends. We serve about 600 students. However, remember, it's a different kind of an experience. At Volcanes, students go every day, and hence they have a much more focused experience. Whereas at Club Vallarta, you might have a student who's enrolled in swimming classes, and so they would count for amongst the 600.
So it's more like an after-school program type of a deal?
Sort of, yes. I would say that that's closer to what we do.
Okay, that's interesting. And so I know that you guys focus a lot. I mean, you said sports, which is great. English is
Yay.
fantastic. Yes, sports is great, Bruce. But then music education, why is access to free music education so important for the children?
Well, I'm a retired music educator from the United States, and I I know from firsthand experience, having raised a child who did not have language. She was adopted when she was older and didn't know the language of her nationality because she spent 2 years in an orphanage away from where her tribal language was spoken. And the way that her brain developed was very, very unusual. And what I have seen is that if you introduce children early on to music, which is a language in and of itself, it activates your brain in the same ways that language centers do. In addition to the emotional centers, you actually are able to supercharge their brains. Wow. And so, yes, music is important for art's sake, for the ability to express what is happening in your life, but on a physiological and neurological level, you actually strengthen the corpus callosum, which is the joining, the bridge between the left and right hemisphere. And so you can actually transform a brain through music.
Yeah, because you're still in that developmental stage, right? I mean, and all the statistics and everything, all the information we have is that the more activities you get kids involved with, especially music and sports, the more likely they are to succeed in life, right? And it's just great for society in general,
Absolutely. And so beyond teaching, beyond neuroplasticity, which you're developing, and a robustness of connections in your brain, you're also developing skills like the ability to handle frustration, the ability to express your emotions, to recognize your emotions in the first place, and then to manage your emotions, self-regulation, through a medium that is both intimate and also communal. Music is one of the wonderful ways that we can participate in something that is larger than ourselves. And Megan, it looks like you want to jump in here.
Absolutely. When it comes to perseverance as well, no one picks up an instrument. Very few people, I should say, could pick up an instrument and immediately play it. And so that level of, like you talked about, having frustration, being able to work through it, what that looks like, and the perseverance, I think, that comes from learning an instrument is really, foundational to a child's education. So where we're working currently, these children do not have the opportunity. The government school that we're adjacent to in Volcanes has no music program. There's simply not the funds for it. So if it weren't for our music programs in Salatrio and Volcanes, these students would not be having these opportunities.
Wow, I knew music was important, in a child's education, but I didn't know it was this important. It's incredible that the normal school system doesn't include music as, on their repertoire as like a thing that they need to have on their everyday life. And I think they should. But I really, really, I feel really thankful that you guys created this programs, for our community and for the children that, cannot take like an after-school program, a paid after-school program or something like that. So thank you so much for doing that. That's incredible because you're making such a big difference in these children's lives. So thank you. And so tell us a little bit about how we can help through this event.
Well, we'd love everyone to come out. Please, everyone that's listening, if you are a fan of music, if you are a fan of children, if you like helping those break the cycle of poverty through education, you are 100% welcome to come and attend. We'd love to fill the space. It's a very generous Church by the Sea that's been donated for us to use, and we're really hoping that everyone can come out and see these children, see them shine, and shine a light on what we're doing in Volcanes and Salatrio.
Yes, and it's an hour-long celebration of these children. And we'll also be joined by two guest artists who are both relative newcomers to Puerto Vallarta. Jason Darius is a gospel singer, gospel blues, and he's really made a splash here in locally. And he's just a great guy personally. He's very quickly became a friend of mine. And then Calvin Reuben Chapman is a phenomenal gospel pianist out of LA who has done a lot of producing of other musicians in the LA scene. And he moved to Puerto Vallarta just last spring. And so he really is not playing around the city yet. And you're going to want to hear him. He is phenomenal. And so in this event, you will hear some selections from some of our major music groups. Our both of our bands will be performing, and then the Club Vallarta also has an extensive strings program. We have about 25 children who are studying violin, and they all get to. Every child in both of our programs gets to take an instrument home, and they get to use it for as long as they are in the program. And so you're going to hear children as young as 4 up to college music majors who are also student teachers who I am training perform alongside Jason and Calvin Rubin. So it will be a lot of fun. In fact, the theme of our concert, Let It Shine, is taken from the song This Little Light of Mine, which they'll be playing a gospel rendition of, and our strings players will be playing along. It's really going to be a great finale.
I love it. The guest performers sound amazing. You know, I love everything that you guys are doing with this children, and that they're going to be performing, all of them from 4 years old until, college age.
So I imagine some of these kids, it's going to be their first time performing in front of people, right?
Actually, no.
No.
That's for some of them. Their first performance was in December. Okay. But yes, they're in their a couple of the little ones are in their first year of studying. So yes. But,
wow, that's amazing, though. I mean, just the confidence that it builds in these kids, it just translates to everything else in their life, too, right? Yeah.
Absolutely, it does. The other thing that I wanted to mention is that Vallarta is a very unique situation. I've been a professional musician for a long time. My first professional gig was at age 12. And so I know how hard it is to be a musician. Puerto Vallarta is one of the few places where you can actually earn part or all of your living as a musician. Mm-hmm. You don't necessarily need to go to college in order to do this. We have already, in our 4 years of existence, launched 3 young women into professional music careers.
Wow.
2 of them are performing locally in mariachi bands multiple times a week. And then one of those 2 is teaching for us, and then a third is also teaching. And that's just an incredible game changer. We can level the playing field in a way that doesn't happen for many people.
I love it. I love that this thing that you guys are doing. Everyone's invited, right? Everyone can
absolutely
attend. It's a family-friendly program. Remember, you guys, it's Tuesday, March 24th, 7 p.m., Christchurch by the Sea. Where can they get tickets? Is it just at the door, or they can do it online?
Just come, and then if you follow either the Volgahanes Community School or Club Vallarta or Escuela de Música Club Vallarta, there are links, QR codes to our to 2 different ways to donate through PayPal. One is for smaller donations, and with that one, you will not receive a tax write-off. The other one is limited to donations higher than $50 US, please, because it's through a fiscal agent, and for them to handle finances that are less than $50 they're a one-man shop, and so it's not fair to them.
All right. So these links are going to be on Vallarta's Asphalt page. If you're listening to this interview, you're driving, you can't, get the write down the information or anything. Don't you worry. Go to Vallarta's Asphalt page, and you'll find the link to make a donation. Or if you're all the way in the U.S. and Canada and listening to this and want to help out, you can also find the links there so that you can, make make a donation for this children in this program.
And we did just get one really exciting silent auction item. So if you've never seen Puerto Vallarta from the air and you would like to see the Bay of Banderas up in an airplane, we have a private plane that's been donated for an hour. You will get flown up into the air with a friend of your choice and see the beautiful Bay of Banderas from arriba. And so you are welcome to bid on this item, and may the highest bidder win.
Oh my gosh.
What
that
an
sounds
incentive,
so
huh?
fantastic. I'm seeing myself out there up in the sky. I love it. Well, I really love what you guys are doing. It's a beautiful way to give back through music. Thank you so much, Megan and Teresa, for joining us today. Do not miss, you guys. Let It Shine. It's happening Tuesday, March 24th, 7 p.m. at Christ Church by the Sea. Support the local children, support education, and of course, keep it right here on Asphalt Radio. We're going to go on a quick break, but when we come back, we have more for you in 1994.